One of the most effective things we did is we would watch an episode of Hoarders and then an episode of Marie Kondo's The Magic of Tidying Up. And we did that like once a week. Hoarders, tidy up. Hoarders, tidy up. And we did it for like 8 weeks. It was amazing. The kids loved watching it and it sunk in deep and it hit home and it was letting a third party teach powerful lessons. It is amazing. So even with older ones, you could playfully be like, hey, if you're going to live in our house, part of the rental contract is you need to watch episodes of Hoarders and The Magic of Tidying Up. And then I have some other thoughts, so I'll let you go. So it's different with the older ones. You wouldn't go in and do it, but man, there needs to be natural consequences for the older ones, especially.
This was a realization I had that like changed my life because I used to think that everyone thought the way I did about cleaning up, about keeping things clean, about what needed to be done in the house. I thought, well, they think like I do. They're just being lazy. And then I realized they don't think like I do. They don't think about changing the sheets. They don't think about vacuuming the floor. They don't think about cleaning out the fridge. They literally aren't thinking about it.
Especially 2 boys in their early 20s, they are not thinking about
They're
organizing.
just not thinking about it. They have different priorities. So their mind is focused on other things and all the stuff is just there. They don't even think about it. So if I care about those things, it is my job to make sure one, either I do them myself, or two, I create a system for them to do it. That could be simply just telling them. Like some of my system is just saying, hey, will you please change your sheets today? Great. Will you please vacuum this room today? Or with some of them, I say, hey, can you make sure to change your sheets once a week, set a reminder on your phone or something like that, and then just, make sure that happens. I know you may not care. That's something that's important to me to keep my sheets clean or whatever. So just add that to your thing.
And
But it's ultimately my job to make it happen because I'm the one that cares about it.
and a possible response is like, "Mom, back off. Who cares? Like, I'm 23 already. Leave me alone." You're like, "Yeah, and I get it, and but I'm paying you rent." "Yeah, yes, you are. You're renting the space, but the mattress
And the
is
sheets
mine.
are
The
mine.
sheets are
Part
mine."
of it's part of
And
proper
part of
care
your rental agreement is you take care of my mattress and my sheets. You don't get to destroy them unless you want to put down a
by your own.
really big security deposit or
Yeah.
go ahead and buy your own mattress. And when they start looking at the price tag of a mattress, they're like, okay,
I'll change
we'll
my
change my
sheet.
sheets. And it's like, hey, same with carpet. Like I pay for this carpet. Don't trash it. It's like, so expensive. And then I would ratchet up, like, if it's not clean, there's gonna be consequences, and then at an extreme level, if I had a kid that was like, "I don't care," I this is just me. I would go in and pull the carpet out and be like, "You're on the concrete." I know how to put the carpet back
That
in, it's
no,
not
you're
like
not
I'm
taking out my
pulling the
carpet. I'll go vacuum.
natural consequences right there. You're on the concrete, buddy. Enjoy
Yeah,
that.
he's a little extreme. Like, it is important for us to recognize and respect that they do care about different things, but at the same time, like, the consequence part is controlling what we can control and not controlling them. Like, that's another way of thinking about it. So, as far as the natural consequences, in some ways, it comes back to even what I was saying before. If I have to go in there and clean it because I care, then part of the natural consequences, they're going to say, Mom, I don't like you coming in and cleaning. And then I'm going to say, okay, well, then you change your sheets and you vacuum because it's important to me that it gets done. And so if you don't want me doing it, then you need to do it yourself because I care. It really matters to me.
And here's another one I just thought of. Just like, hey, as part of, it's in our house. I know you're paying rent, but it's in our house. We're gonna have standards and rules. If you guys don't clean it, then I'm hiring a cleaning company to come in and clean your room, and you guys are paying the bill. Like natural consequence. Either you clean it or you pay for it to be clean. And it's like, hey, we just have, and again, you don't have to be rude about your meetings. Like, we need to have a clean space because we all live here. Like, we got to have a clean space. That's my carpet, my bed. It's got to be clean. So either you clean it or I'm doing it or you clean it. You're paying me to do it or you're paying a cleaning company. Like, there's a natural consequence that way. It's going to cost you something.
But the point is you're focusing on what you can control. You can't control other people and you shouldn't try to control your children and you definitely can't when they're older. So you focus on what you can control. And that doesn't mean it has to be done rude or manipulatively. But if you're simply like, this matters to me, I need to have it clean, you can even warn them too. Be like, hey guys, I got a vacuum. And so either you can pick up your stuff or I'll pick it up, but I'm vacuuming tomorrow, right? That's what you can control.
But don't do it
So
for them.
so I guess in some ways we have to think of consequences not just as like what happens after the action, but it's also kind of like pre-action or preventive, right? It's like happening before in order to help certain outcomes occur.
Don't become the enabler. So a lot of parents, moms are more prone to this. They're like, I keep telling them to do it, they won't do it, so I'm just gonna do it. Like, you need to do your laundry, you need to clean up. And so then she cleans up, and the kid's like, sweet, mom cleaned up. So next time I clean up, he's like, man, if I just wait, she'll do it. And then she cleans up. And it's like, yes. So there's no enabling there. There's no natural
So
consequence. There's
in
no
this
reason to change the
scenario,
behavior.
I would go in and vacuum their floor, but I'm not going to fold their laundry and put it
So it
away
might be the
and make
consequence.
their
You put
bed.
everything on their bed. I
And
don't know. They don't like it.
I
Like,
might
sorry, I
strip
had
the
to vacuum.
sheets and put new sheets there.
Not even put new sheets, like, these were disgusting. Like, this cannot I don't want fleas and whatever vermin living in my house. I strip the sheets and, like, they come back in there,
But
no
then they
sheets,
sleep on the
and
sheets.
they sleep on the
Nah,
mattress because they don't care.
you know? So I essentially though you're doing the bare minimum about what you care about, but the natural consequence here is that you're in their space.
Just remembered a step
But
that we have used that I gotta share here because it matters for all of you. Everybody we're hugging the mic here. I yell, so you can come in. This step works like magic. I talk to the kids like, "Hey, here's the scenario. This needs to be done. Either you do it or there's another way to do it." And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, we'll do it." And then I always do this. This is so important, even from their 4 to 24. Okay, what should be the natural consequence if you don't do it? I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know is not an acceptable answer. You tell me what would be the appropriate consequence because you said you do it, right? Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. Okay, what's the appropriate consequence if you don't do it?
or maybe it's not a natural consequence.
Yeah,
They just come
maybe
up
it's
with
just
something.
it's in a consequence. Okay, hey, what's the consequence if you don't do this? Because you agreed, right? You understand? Yeah, yeah. What's the consequence if you don't? They will come up with the best stuff. It's amazing. And most often they come up with more severe stuff than I was thinking. I'm like, oh man, they get this. And they're like, I have to do this. I'm like, whoa, okay. You okay? But what you're doing is you're helping them think ahead. Like, oh, I just committed to do something. If I don't do it, there is going to be a consequence. So you're literally teaching them to think ahead, and then occasionally they don't follow through and they get the consequence, and then they learn the lesson. It's so powerful, you guys. And literally from 4 to 24, use it. Ask them, like, okay, if you've agreed to this, if you don't follow through, what's going to be the consequence?
But I want to emphasize here because we've literally been throwing out a lot of things that part of the whole effective approach to parenting is to try different strategies. Like that's why we're throwing out stuff. Every kid, every person is different and they're going to respond and react and change on different approaches. So that's why it's not like a one size fits all. It's not like do this and it's going to work with every kid in every scenario. Like you have to be creative. You have to try different things. And if you try something and they hate it and they're mad at you, say, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this thing I want because it matters to me. And you're open and you have a conversation and then you try something else. And then you're like, well, what could we do instead? You know, like I have these ongoing conversations with my 15-year-old because he's transitioning here and we had a system that worked and then now he doesn't want that system anymore. So we're trying to find a new system, but we just have a conversation about it. Well, what if we try this? What if we take that? What if we do that? And that might take a couple days or a couple weeks but, like, we're trying things and we're trying to figure out what works.
To illustrate what she's teaching there, it's like one child might be insanely motivated for you not to come in their space and touch their
Yeah,
things
right.
because they like it a particular way. And the other one might be super motivated by money and be like, no, 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 there's no way I'm paying for a cleaner. I am not doing that. But it might, you switch those and they would backfire. But with the right kid, the right strategy works. Does that make sense? So you have to fit the strategy to the child.
Yeah. that too.
So important.